That one.
Oh,
That one came out of.
That sneeze was like.
That was
awesome.
the most epic sneeze ever.
Y'all missed it. We just started recording. And this is a Patreon extra for sure.
Yeah.
But I just about sneezed my monitor over there away.
It came out of
It
nowhere.
literally came out of, like, just everywhere. Oh, man.
All right. I think you're enjoying this episode.
Oh, I'm doing this one?
You're doing this one.
What are we even talking about?
Football.
Okay.
Football.
Right.
Football.
Welcome to our lives, everybody.
What, we have lives?
I said our. Oh, Pro Tools is being pain. Hold on.
Momento. Por favor.
Come on, Pro Tools.
Yes,
You
I
can
know a
do
little bit of Spanish. Muy poquito.
I know nothing about Spanish. Oh, Pro Tools is loading.
Bruh.
The heat manager's coming in that nobody ever uses anymore. Come on.
Oh, T. Higgins is what's saving him.
Oh, Higgins is going off.
Yeah.
That's my guy right there.
Yeah, but it still has me pretty handily.
This is our third one now, isn't it?
This is episode 2 of the season 2.
Yes.
Season 2, episode 2.
Create. Yep, I got season 2 in here. I need a track.
Hi, people, camera. But I said that weird.
Yeah, no kidding.
All right.
Alright, let me get the recorder ready. 3, 2,
1.
Booyah! Hey guys, welcome to the second episode of the second season of the King Smith podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Smith.
And I'm your other host, Zach King. I'm just the other guy this episode.
Yeah, so we're talking about football.
Yeah.
Football.
For those of you listening to the Kingdom Hearts 3-episode series thingy,
We're taking a break.
we're taking a break.
I can't figure it.
Because the first 2 episodes were just packed with a lot of information.
I didn't know what was going on.
And the third episode, no one ever does, will be packed with a lot more information. We're going to go into 3 and then some other news about...
Woo!
I'm dying.
Get it all out.
Sorry, my lungs have to reset there.
It's the asthma.
It's the asthma. My lungs just need to reset every once in a while.
I get that.
Anyway, but yeah, we're taking a break from Kingdom Hearts because our brains are fried about that for the moment. Because nobody can understand it.
Honestly, that was the best way that you could have explained that, Zach.
Yeah. Even the characters are like, what's going on routinely?
Yes.
Anyway, let's get to football. Week 1 was last week.
Yeah, it was. And you're wearing a special shirt there.
I don't want to talk about it.
So, what happened, Zach?
Well, like every year, the Chiefs opened the game against the Lions. They lost. The Chiefs lost. At least they weren't.
Yeah.
At least they didn't lose a chance to get into the playoffs like some teams.
Hey, remember when that podcast came out after the Packers lost?
They still suck. The Packers still suck.
Hey, Jordan Love's playing well, though.
Jordan Love is playing well.
But
anyway,
the Chiefs, oh, man.
So, during this episode, we're going to focus on 3 games. And this is probably a format we're going to do with a lot of our NFL content during the season. Is we're going to focus on 3 games, the Packers game, the Chiefs game, and then a game of our choice that we just saw something interesting on or wanted to cover.
Yes.
So obviously the Chiefs lost by 1 point to the Lions. And the Lions, the Lions
They played well.
They played well. They aren't the worst team in the league anymore.
No, that still
They're
goes
still the
to-
Lions, but they're not
They're the Lions, but I think Houston finally took the crown for the suckiest team.
Well, yeah, that's because Bill O'Brien is, as some people call it, a hack.
How is he still there?
No, he got fired.
Oh, they did fire him. That's right. They did fire him last
He,
year. We talked about that.
he went back to New England with his tail between his legs because
Yeah.
that's what all Patriots assistants do.
Yeah, because they need
They need Big Daddy Bill.
Bill Belichick to cut him a check.
Right. Anyway, but yeah, Houston has definitely taken the role. The Lions the last couple of years have actually looked pretty good. I think
this year I think they're looking better.
They of course they ended off last year beating the Packers.
Weirdly, Jared Goff doesn't look bad.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Right. Well, anyway.
So
I think the Chiefs losing is more the game was more about the Chiefs losing the game than the Lions winning it.
yeah.
Not to say the Lions did play well, like you said, but still,
I think
it's obvious the Chiefs are a better team, and there's some kinks, and
yeah.
it's the beginning of the season. There's gonna be some kinks at the beginning of the season where you just kind of like, we have new.
Right,
we have new
right.
players in the building. We're still kind of figuring everything out.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. Well, and part of me too, I think I mentioned to you earlier, Zach, but I think the Chiefs started to get cocky.
A little bit, probably.
Because they won 2 Super Bowls. They've been to 3 back-to-back-to-back.
Oh, not
right?
back-to-back.
Oh, no,
There was a
there was
year.
a gap. There was a gap.
year,
That's
yeah.
right. But, I mean, you've got a Super Bowl ready team, essentially.
The Chiefs are a team that is, for the past 5 seasons, been in.
Well, CPU overload error occurred. I think it just started. Let me fix that. Cannot communicate. What? Oh.
One moment.
One moment, por favor. We might end up using the audio from the camera today.
This is also probably going to be a Patreon exclusive part.
Yeah.
Did you see us mess around with Pro Tools?
Have to fix it. Well, and I think the problem. Oh, I see what's going on. Resolve will not quit.
Excuse me while I take a drink of my Totally 9 sponsor Coke.
It's not sponsored.
We're not sponsored by Coke.
I wish we were. That would be epic.
That would be epic.
It's a good thing I looked down and saw that was not working. We're probably going to use the camera audio. Yeah, for those of you like in the car listening, you're probably more confused than anything.
Right.
Pro Tools ended up taking a dump on me, so we're probably using the audio from the camera.
Right. So there might be a noticeable difference. We don't know until we get it edited. And
Honestly, I don't think there'll be that much. Like, that microphone's actually pretty good.
yeah. Anyway.
Come on, Pro Tools. Come back to me, baby.
Come alive.
You can do it. I kind of halfway sometimes believe in you.
Sounds like me with you. Like, most of the time.
Honestly, fair assumption.
Yeah. Anyway.
I like how I turned to the microphone to say that.
Right.
The microphone's not doing anything. Let me open up podcast 2 there. So, I don't care. Just go away. Cancel. Just open my thing. Here we go.
Alright.
Okay.
Excuse us while we do some testing, make sure
Okay.
everything will work.
I think I fixed the problem.
Fix the problem? Good.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, guys. If you're, depending on what version of the audio that we're either using the camera audio or the microphone audio,
Yeah.
and we had a issue on the mic.
We had a little hiccup.
But so the Chiefs, anyway, they.
It wasn't the defense, the Chiefs' defense. The Chiefs' defense played phenomenally, especially when last year the Lions' offense was top 3, I think.
Yeah.
Lions' offense was top 3,
Yeah.
so the Chiefs defense was playing spectacularly without Chris Jones.
That's fair.
For those people, I'm staring straight at the camera. For those people who who are interested in like the numbers and everything, Chris Jones lost money.
Yes, he did.
He lost money.
He lost money.
Why?
Why?
Because the Chiefs held the top D offense to 14 points.
You got that right.
Hey, baby.
Right. Ah!
So,
Sorry, if you hear us semi-flirting with each other, it's because
we're both single.
yeah. Is that how that's supposed to work?
Not really.
Okay.
But whatever.
When you hang out with your best friends and do a podcast with them, it kind of...
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on. Anyway.
Hey, the Packers didn't lose their first game, though.
Packers didn't lose their first
Packers
game.
did pretty well.
Oh, excuse me.
Whoa.
I'm burping all over the place, guys. Don't worry.
Hey, Packers are beating the Falcons right now, actually.
Well, it's the Falcons, so you know.
Hey, they're a good team.
It's the Falcons. At least they don't have Matt Ryan anymore.
He wasn't bad. Come on.
Oh, be real.
I know, my thing just went off too for B-Real.
All right.
But look at Packers-Bears. All right, I got to do mine too now. You know what that means. Hold on.
There we go.
See B-Real break.
Be real break.
All right. Got to duck face it. All right.
All right.
That's also a Patreon exclusive.
That's also a Patreon exclusive. Yeah.
It looks like...
So, we should probably, before we continue, we should probably explain Patreon. So
Yeah, we should explain the Patreon,
for our YouTube peoples, and we'll probably have it on Spotify as well.
Yes.
Go down to the description of the podcast.
Right there.
Down.
Right.
Click on description. Click
Right
on
here.
more.
Right. I gotta find the spot. Right there.
Yeah.
'Kay.
Click on more.
Do
you should
it.
see our Patreon.
I will throw paraphernalia at you.
Please don't. He didn't throw that at you. He threw that at the wall.
Yep.
It didn't hit the wall.
It did not make it.
Kind of like a Jordan Love pass.
That's not true. No. Jordan Love played... No. Let's set the record straight. Jordan Love did a good job. Well, you hear the echo off of my computer over there. Jordan Love did a good job, fam. Look at me. He did good. He played well. The Packers made a right move in getting him.
They probably shouldn't have got him as high, though. He probably would have fallen to them at the normal pick.
Probably. But at the same time, I don't think they wanted to risk that.
Right.
But, I mean, we won 38-20 against the Bears.
Well, it's the Bears, so.
I know, but we still owned them.
So for you Green Bay Packers fans, it
Yes.
looks like Aaron gave you the deed to the Bears.
Yes, we have the deed. We signed it already. No, there was some really good
There was some good.
plays in there.
I'm impressed with Jordan Love. I'm kind of waiting for him to play an actually like semi-decent defense. See how he actually does.
Because the Bears and the Falcons' defenses are not what they should be. Oh, yeah,
Right.
CPU overload again. I think we're done with...
I think we're done with the.
I think we're done with that one.
Yeah.
So
So we're gonna be using the camera audio.
Yep.
The Pro Tools keeps wigging out on us.
We don't need it.
We honestly don't.
It's not that big a deal.
So
Here, I guess we can take this big ugly thing out of your face.
out of my face.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not gonna help anything.
I probably just need to restart my Mac because it's been a while since it's been restarted.
Right.
But
Anyway, so yeah, Jordan Love looked good. I'm just waiting on seeing him against a semi-decent defense.
yeah.
Like the Chiefs' defense. That's
What's the schedule? So Packers play. Oh nope, that's an old schedule. So Bears, Falcons. Oh, next week's the Saints,
eh.
and then we play the Lions. Really, it's not until we get to the Raiders in like
Yeah.
week 5. You know.
But the Lions have a good defense, honestly.
Yeah, they do, but I think the Packers can break through it. There's going to be enough bad blood there that I think it's going to be over with.
Mm-hmm.
Wow,
Okay.
Packers are in 4th, but Falcons got the ball. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's where I'm at with everything.
Right. Yeah, so overall our teams looked good. Even though one of them lost. All right.
We'll be okay.
Okay. Oh, we're both checking our fantasy.
Yeah, I know. We're both on our fantasies right now. I'm actually doing pretty good in our league. We have a league with our college, and my estimated's within 10 points of the other guy, but right now I'm 102 to 73.
I'm 102 to 68.
Bruh.
Stay tuned, podcast listeners. While we were off, something we discussed was actually doing a Patreon-only fantasy league for the podcast.
Yes, we actually did discuss that.
We discussed it. We ended up deciding that it's gonna be a little bit further down the road than.
We need some. You see, the problem is we need fans.
Yeah. Anyway.
We need people to watch us, Zach.
We need people to watch us. We need people to be on the Patreon. So again,
sub it
down below.
Give us money.
Go to the Patreon. There's that $1. There's everything from a $1 tier up to a $20 tier.
Because we're awesome.
Kind of.
Do you want to give us $100 too?
I mean, I don't think that's an option right now. But anyway. Still, go down to the Patreon.
Do it.
Click on it. See if you want to subscribe to us as Patreon people.
Do it. That would be great.
Anyway.
We would love you forever.
And you might be on in the Patreon only fantasy league that we.
I'm just saying. It's
see.
never too late to start.
I mean, I didn't start until 3 years ago, so.
Hey, I started fantasy in 2019, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Old Dean buddy of mine. Well, you're just having the hiccups and everything today.
Yeah. My body's betraying me constantly. It's awesome. Anyway.
So, yeah.
Anyway, like I said, we went through a quick recap of our team games, the games that we subscribe to as individual people. One game I was very interested in, Nathan.
Yes.
And I think you had a vested interest in it as well because this is your old quarterback. Was the Jets? Bills game.
Oh, the Jets.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. People listening, people watching. Look at my face. My ugly face. Don't stare at it for too long or you might go blind.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. But look at my face. We here at the King Smith Podcast do not ever, and never will, condone or, undersell or anything that do anything. We will try not to do anything negative in regards to an injury. The Aaron Rodgers injury.
It's serious.
He's a 39-year-old athlete.
Mm-hmm.
And while he's in better shape than most people.
Right.
Like he's in better shape than me at least.
I mean, me too. I'm skin and bones, guys. I'm skin and bones.
While he's in better shape than most people, and that gives a road to quicker recovery from these kind of injuries. He's still 39, and he's going to be a 40 here in a couple months.
He's getting up there.
And
I think he's done. He might have a couple more years, but maybe
he might have a year. He might have a year where he's decent and another year where he's just absolutely terrible.
I think he's gonna Brett Favre it. I really think that. I think he's gonna Brett Favre it. He might get traded to another team after a year with the Jets. He says he wants to come back, and he's using all these terms like "I will rise again" and "I will come back again."
He's saying the right things. Okay. He's saying the right thing.
I don't want him to be Tom Brady. He's not as good as Tom Brady was.
Right.
I'll say it. He's good, but he's not Tom Brady good.
He's also not as long. Tom Brady had an obscenely long career for a football player.
Well,
Tom Brady fans, listen.
He almost came back.
Yeah, he almost came back. Listen, you have to realize. One thing I will admit is Tom Brady had one of the best and longest careers ever in terms of accomplishments. Was he the most talented? No.
No.
He was never the most talented.
That wasn't what it was about, though.
Rodgers, Manning, Mahomes, all more talented than him. But he bought into the system. He bought what Belichick was selling. And then when he went to Tampa, they already had pieces in place to basically, all they needed was a quarterback that could hold down. And that's what Brady did.
Tom Brady did it, and they won at home. I mean, That's never going to happen again, I don't think.
Rodgers fans, yes, he's more talented than Brady. But
in some respects.
I should
say.
In some respects, yeah. He's more talented than Brady. But I don't think many people are going to have a career that is of equal or greater length than Tom Brady did.
Yeah.
Now, as technology progresses, as as the medical world advances, we'll have players that, you tore your ACL. Here's some,
Right.
Here's some NyQuil, cold flu, and torn ACL.
Yeah. ACL medicine.
Here's some spray-on medicine. You're healed. Boom.
We might get to that point, but honestly, the bigger part of this conversation, Zach, I think the biggest part of it with Aaron Rodgers getting hurt is turf.
Turf. Oh, turf. Okay.
All right.
Eagles fans, I will admit that field was terrible in the Super Bowl.
Oh, that field was awful.
That field was awful.
No, that was bad.
But you Eagles fans, you have to admit, one, that's not the reason you lost.
That's true.
And two, the field was terrible for both teams, honestly.
It was bad for both. If it's bad for one, it's bad for both. You got to remember that.
But
I got the replay right now of...
Yeah, we're not going to show it. As far as replays go...
We're not allowed to do that.
We're not allowed to do it.
We don't have the permission.
For you guys, if you want to see the replay of certain injuries or certain plays we talk about, you can go look it up for yourself. The NFL has a YouTube channel. I know most other sports
leagues... You can literally just go on YouTube like we're doing right now.
Most other sports leagues have... most other major world sports leagues have their own YouTube channels that they'll post clips onto. Yeah.
So, I got the replay here. And, Rodgers, he stands up after the play, but he's like, there's something wrong.
I saw his face after that, and I was just like,
he knew he was done.
He knows it's wrong. It's wrong. That was 4 plays into the game, by the way.
All right. So, look at when 56, is that Floyd? Is that his name?
Yeah, Floyd. For the Bills, by the way.
When he starts twisting is when the problem starts.
Right.
Because you look at Rodgers plants that foot into the turf, and then when he falls down, the other foot is kind of starting to bend weird because he had planted with the other. Now he's off balance.
Right.
That's why he fell over.
Right.
And then you look, and he just kind of boom right down on it.
Right.
And he knew that he messed it up. So look at. He wraps around, he plants, and then boom.
Right.
You see that little twist in there?
That's where it went.
I think that would have been avoidable on normal ground, not turf.
Right. And obviously, what I was alluding to before is Rodgers is on the wrong side of 30 in terms of NFL years.
Yes.
By far, the shortest lived career is a running back. They have about
5 years.
5 years, maybe 10 if they're a good one and they take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Running backs have the shortest career by terms of years. That's why they don't get the biggest second contracts. Is because by the time they get to their second contract, the team that drafted them has probably exercised their 5th year option.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 5 years. They might have another dozen, 13 games maybe.
Right.
Where they'll pop off and have a good game. But not really.
Right.
So running backs have the shortest lived careers. The next, I think, is the offensive defensive line.
Yes, I think the line, especially the centers.
The centers.
Your centers.
It is impressive that Jason Kelce has been in the league as long as he has.
Okay, Jason Kelce's a beast. I don't think people realize this. He's one of the most underdog players ever.
Jason Kelce is one of the best centers ever. And no, I'm not saying that because his brother is on my team.
No, he actually is a really good center.
He's like one of the best centers in the league. I'll admit that all day long. He's going to Canton.
Yeah. He's 100% going to the Hall of Fame.
NFL. Jason Kelce. Canton.
Jason, you know what? What they need to do, what they ought to do, because they're brothers, they both ought to be in the Hall of Fame on the same day.
Right.
I think that's what they should do. I think
Well,
that's the only
it
appropriate
depends
thing.
on when Jason retires, and when Travis retires, because
Well,
in eligibility wise, it's 5. I think
it's like 5 years after. Yeah.
5 years after you retire. So if Jason retires at the end of this year and Travis retires at the end of next year,
Yeah.
Jason might get in a year before Travis does.
Ooh. So here's
But-
an interesting question.
What?
Where do you think Tom Brady will retire with?
Oh,
Or go to the Hall of Fame with? Will he go to the Hall of Fame with Tampa for winning at home? Or do you think he'll go to the Patriots?
he returned to New England last week for their week 1 opener.
He did?
He did. So
Well, there you go.
I think he's on decent terms with the ownership, with Robert Kraft.
I was going to say, Robert Kraft probably likes him. I can't see how Belichick...
Belichick will admit that Brady was part of the reason why he won so many rings.
That's true. You
And
better admit that.
It was Tom, because it took the coach selling a system, and the player buying into the system
Mm-hmm.
for them to dominate 20 years of league. Let's hope the Chiefs can do that.
I think they are going to do that, even if they don't make it to the bowl every year. I
Right.
think they're going to be a dominant enough force,
Right.
especially with the way that Pat is doing things.
Right.
Well, if he keeps trying to take raises, I think he's going to turn into a Rodgers situation,
Right.
which you don't want. But
Anyway, let's move on. But yeah, the Kelsey brothers. So obviously last year they both played in the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
They were on opposing sides.
Yes,
Their mom
had the coolest shirt.
Their mom had that split jersey
Yeah.
where I think the front
The front was Chiefs, the back was Eagles. I think.
the front was the front panel was Jason's number. The shoulders were from Travis's jersey.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was
a cool looking jersey.
It was
I'll say
it was
that.
basically a split jersey between Travis and Jason. I think that's in the Hall of Fame now.
No, I think that one actually is in
that's
Canton. Yes.
that's in Canton. So I think it's clear that both brothers will be in Canton someday.
They will be. I think they'll do it at
And
the same time.
they'll do it.
They wouldn't.
They'll do it with. I think they'll be within a year or two of each other.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool to go to Canton at the same day as your brother.
Yeah. Anyway,
But-
let's move on.
Back to turf for a second.
Right.
So, what stadium is it that the NFL's tearing up for the World Cup?
I don't know.
Oh man, is it the Lions Stadium?
Is it? Or
Oh my goodness. No, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. They're not playing. Messi's not playing on it.
that's I think that's the. I don't know.
Getting grass for soccer. Yeah. The past summer, playing surfaces at NFL stadiums were switched from turf to grass for the summer soccer friendlies, including MetLife,
Where
where Rodgers got hurt, actually.
yeah. Okay.
Oh, man. Ooh, that's not good. That's not a good look.
Grass should be part of it. And actually, in Sunday school this morning, we had one of the kids ask like the difference between turf and grass, and we didn't have time to get into it. 'Cause
No, we didn't have time. I couldn't.
We were doing Sunday school, and I was just like,
2 Samuel, by the way.
yeah. But he's like asking about why we need cleats on grass. I'm like, turf is plastic, but you still need a grip on grass because
Yeah.
I played soccer and having cleats on the actual grass field actually helped.
Yeah, it actually, I'm with that one. Playing on grass fields is a lot better. I've only played on turf a couple times. Guys. It was the worst experience I ever had. I had so many burns.
Yeah.
It hurt so bad.
Yeah. Turf turf has its uses, I'll say.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything to it. That's
Right.
why everyone likes.
Is it just?
Okay, restarted. We're good.
We're good. All right.
But that's why
Sorry, we had a little bit of a blip that we had to take care of, but we'll be all right.
my camera stops recording every half hour, and it's been a half hour. So,
Chiefs won 17-9. We're good.
nice.
All right.
17-9.
Yep.
That's a pretty good score.
That's a pretty good score.
Um,
Anyway,
But yeah, the turf. The reason why that the higher ups usually like turf is because they don't have to do jack squat with it.
and it's a little
That's why.
it's less expensive. However, if something harms the product you're selling,
There's something wrong.
there's something wrong.
Yeah.
So if you're, he's checking his fantasy. Anyway,
I'm losing one of my leagues now. I don't know how that happened. Oh, Moss got like 20 points. Sorry.
right. Heck. Oh, I'm glad I started Higgins in my other league.
I should have put Rahad White in. He had a day.
Ooh.
So
my
did
good
Christian
choice.
Kirk. Christian Kirk had a day too.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
And we'll talk about fantasy intermittently through these NFL episodes. I'm sorry, y'all.
Christian McCaffrey's already going off though.
Yeah. Anyway, but back. Anyway, turf is bad.
It's
Like,
it's just bad.
I get it. Grass is expensive and it's a lot of upkeep, but if you're
Not
play,
really.
if the
It's-
players are getting injured on turf, that affects your bottom line.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Rodgers is actually a premier player in the
Yes.
NFL, and if he's going down,
And he doesn't have that many years left either.
Right.
That's something that they need to watch. There's a trash can right behind you.
yeah, I'll throw this away in a minute. There you go. Thank you.
I
Anyway,
almost missed.
that would have been sad.
Yeah.
Anyway, the bad thing for I'm gonna switch gears here
Go for it.
because I think we've made it understood that turf is just
Bad.
bleh. Yeah. But anyway, I'm gonna switch gears. The bad thing for the Bills is Aaron Rodgers went out of the game very early. It was that
Yeah.
first series, 4 plays into the game.
He was
Rodgers
done.
went out. He's done for the year. Obviously, we didn't know at the time. There was still a chance he could have come back later in the season.
He might be done. I think he's done for the season.
He's done. Well, yeah. It came out the next day that he was done for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But at the time that they were playing the game, there was still a chance he could have come back.
Right.
Anyway, so Rodgers is out early in the game, and he goes out for the rest of the game, essentially.
Zach Wilson.
And the Jets play Zach Wilson. The Bills still lost.
I think Zach Wilson's going to show everybody up this year.
It's possible.
I think he
It's
will.
possible.
He's got weapons now.
He's got weapons. The Jets' defense looks actually kind of good.
Yeah.
But the bad thing for the Bills is you were expecting this heavyweight bout between Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen.
Right.
And I was excited for Week 4 because that's when the Jets played Kansas City.
Oh yeah, that's right. They keep trying to get Aaron Rodgers to play Pat Mahomes
Each time. One of them's out for one reason or another. I think the first time they played, Aaron was out with COVID. The second time they played, Mahomes was injured.
Yep. No, this is the third time.
This is the third time Rodgers is injured, and it looks like we might not get a chance to do that. Anyway, we'll never get a State Farm game.
It's never gonna happen.
It's never going to happen. Universe doesn't want it to. Anyway, but that's bad for the Bills, okay?
That is bad for the Bills.
Because
that's not good.
Because Zach Wilson, up until this point, and I'd say including that game, he didn't show very much in terms of actual productivity. He had flashes of where he was a decent quarterback, but he didn't show the promise he showed when he was drafted.
Well, but here's the deal. He was a good college quarterback.
Right.
Good college quarterbacks make mediocre NFL quarterbacks. And you see that. Remember Matt Flynn?
I was going to go with Johnny Manziel.
Johnny Manziel's a good one, too.
But I think everybody knows Johnny Manziel.
Oh, there's a... Okay. I could show that.
Look at that face.
That face.
Look at that face. He knows he's screwed. Listen, Zach played good enough to win them the game. I'll give him that.
He did win him the game. He did a good job. I thought he did all
good
right.
enough. He played good enough that where he wasn't the reason that they lost the game.
Yes. Well, they didn't lose the game. They won.
They didn't lose the game. They won. But
see, that was a good throw. I'm just saying, Zach Wilson.
He's not a bad quarterback.
The problem is that they didn't bench him for the first couple of years, like the Packers did with Jordan Love, or like the Chiefs did with Pat Mahomes. That's the problem, and that's a bad habit to get in when you just start your.
Okay. The only one I'll excuse is Justin Herbert.
Or Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones did well too.
Mac Jones did all right. Then he had a bad second year, but anyway.
I think he's coming back now. Yeah.
The only one I'll excuse is I'll excuse the coaching staff for it. Is the Chargers with Justin Herbert, and the only reason I'm excusing the coaching staff is because it wasn't the coaching staff's fault. It was the medical staff that punctured Tyrod Taylor's lung, and basically forced Justin Herbert.
About that. Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor has the worst luck in NFL.
He's getting screwed, man.
He's gotten screwed so many times. Anyway,
look at this though that Zach Wilson made here on the second drive. I mean, it was good.
I get it.
It was good.
I get it, but back to what you were saying. Back to what your point is. It's a bad habit for NFL franchises to get into.
Yeah.
To start their rookie quarterbacks right away.
Like seriously, NFL, knock it off.
Yeah.
Not coaches, knock it off.
There are a couple. Sorry. Yeah. There are a couple. Like the Justin Herbert one. There's a couple flukes where, okay, the normal starter's out for whatever reason.
Right.
For because he's injured. Okay. Let the rookie play.
Yeah.
And of course, there are those rookies who are just good out of the gate, and you're just like, okay.
Some of them can do it. Well, okay. Running backs and wide receivers can get away with it because a lot of the routes are the same, and all they have to do really is just get out there. If you did your route, just get wide, get open. Doesn't matter how.
Right.
And with that, a lot of your speed building and everything in college really translates well into the NFL. Right. Where the speed doesn't translate well into the NFL is in the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Because there's too much going on.
Of course, there's
too much.
Yeah, there are certain quarterbacks that can. There have been a few quarterbacks in past.
Yeah.
That have done it. Like, I'm not going to ignore that. There have been quarterbacks in the past that have done it. But I think we're both of the same opinion of sit your quarterback for at least a season.
Let him chill.
Let him learn. Alex Smith
taught Patrick Mahomes how to read a defense.
He taught Pat Mahomes. He refined Mahomes. Because if you look at Mahomes' college tape, he had the raw talent.
Yes.
He just needed to sit back and be like, okay, I can't sling it down the field every play. Now, his first full season as a starter, he did that anyway because we had Tyreek Hill, and Tyreek Hill go fast.
And it ended up working very well for the
It worked very well for them. Then we traded Tyreek Hill because, it's...
Actually, I think they did a good... I think that was smart in the long run.
Yeah, I think that was smart in the long run.
At first, I was like, what? But no, I like it.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah. But, let your rookie quarterback sit for a year. Another case for the rookie quarterback sitting for a year, I think, is Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Bills fans, Josh Allen fans, listen. Is he a good quarterback?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. He's a good quarterback.
He needs help.
He is nowhere near Pat Mahomes right now.
Yeah, I think he could get there.
The highs he has exhibited, a couple years ago, he and Mahomes had one of the most legendary playoff games ever.
Yeah. How do you lose it?
Turnovers.
Yep.
It wasn't some piece of crap coin flip.
No, it was the turnovers.
It was the turnovers.
It was the turnovers.
And we saw
the
that.
coin flip was a little, it didn't help.
And we saw that Monday night against the Jets.
Yeah, it was turnovers.
It was the turnovers. Josh Allen lost in that game because of turnovers. Hero ball is a poison. It's a disease.
It is, yeah.
You don't need to... Josh.
It's okay. You can hurt it. It doesn't do
Josh Allen, if ever you find this, if ever you come across this podcast episode or a clip of this episode, please listen to me. You don't need to be playing hero ball every snap. The game does not rest solely on you. You don't need to lob it down to Diggs or to Gabe Davis every play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Turnovers
I agree.
Turnovers are the worst because, one, you lose a possession that you otherwise might have scored on.
Right.
Two, you give the opponent, the opposing team, a chance to score, an extra chance to score.
Mm-hmm.
That's why interceptions are so. That's why turnovers are so important.
Mm-hmm.
Is because you're taking a chance to score and giving it to the other team.
Right.
And the Jets ultimately capitalized on it. Now again, they won in overtime.
Yeah, it was an overtime, but still, it doesn't matter. They won. It doesn't matter. They won. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter if it's an overtime, regulation, whatever.
Right.
The coin flip did not determine that game a couple years ago.
No.
The coin flip did not determine this game on Monday night. It was you gave the Jets a chance, every single chance they could hope for to get points, and they ultimately capitalized on it.
Yep.
Were they field goals? Most of the time, yeah.
Yep.
But that's okay.
That's all right.
Anyway.
Oh man.
So. Anything else? Turf is bad.
Turf is bad.
The Lions are better than we thought.
Jordan Love is playing well. Pat Mahomes is playing well.
The Chiefs defense is playing well.
Keep your quarterbacks benched for a year.
Right.
I ain't got nothing else, man.
I ain't got nothing else.
Stephen A. Smith, if you want to, join the podcast sometime, let us know. We'll be right here. We're waiting.
Shannon Sharp, if you want to join the podcast, we'd even come on Club Shay Shay.
We might be able to fit that in our schedules.
Skip Bayless, no. I'm sorry, Skip. No,
no, screw you,
no. Skip. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're an all right dude, but nah.
Charles Barkley,
check.
Inside the NBA.
Anyway, we have a lot of people we want on our podcast.
I think we cover too many subjects is the problem.
Yeah.
We also have no structure.
We have no structure. But we don't need structure to have a good podcast.
That's because we're awesome.
Anyway. Yeah, but I literally have a list of realistic guests and dream guests that we want.
Right now it's all dreams.
Oh, okay. Most of the guests I have on there are realistic guests because they're friends of us. They're personal friends.
We had some pretty cool guests last year, I feel like.
We had some pretty good cool guests. Pastor David came on.
PD.
And
he's
did
cool.
well.
I like him.
In the Job summary. I think if we have him on again, we're not gonna do something as Bible-centric. We might let him have some. We might have.
We're gonna have some fun with it, but
we're gonna have some fun with it.
Yeah.
Tim Ulrich, great dude.
Oh, that was a good episode. That was fun.
Episode.
Yeah, that was fun. We need to get Dawson on here sometime.
Dawson.
What are you doing,
Kansas City. Illinois sucks.
Come on, man. You're killing me out there, Smalls.
Come back. Come be on our podcast. We'll talk about your music. Anyway.
All right.
Again. Down below.
Patreon. Subscribe, pay us money.
Please.
Money's cool.
We're poor.
We need to pay rent.
Rent.
That's really our problem. We're going to be moving in together, so you're going to see a whole lot more content very quickly. Right off the jump in a month.
Again, we also have the vlog. We have a really old episode that we'll probably
I know. That's my bad.
Well, we have a really old episode
we're going to be editing right now, actually.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
one more time, down Patreon.
Right down there. And just remember, guys, we are a couple Christian dudes. We like to talk about everything because that's what we do. And we like to do it through a biblical focus and lens.
Right.
And, yeah, but we also like to trash talk every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Just like how Pat Mahomes isn't as good as Jordan Love. I admit my biases.
You're getting the blow of this by the end of the year, buddy.
Yeah.
Seriously. Chris Jones. I want you to break Jordan Love's leg. Actually,
no, don't do that.
Actually,
if you do that, I'll break your leg.
We do not condone the breaking of legs.
No.
Unless it's me breaking Nathan's because
sometimes I deserve it.
he
That's
deserves.
okay.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yes.
We will trash talk, but we don't want
trash
in our talk. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Comment.
I don't know how that works, but that works.
Comment. Get in the comments below.
If you're Shaq O'Neal, I'm Kenny.
Shut up, Skip.
No, I'm not Skip. I'm Kenny.
Yes,
I'm Kenny.
Anyway.
I'm the kid at the back of the class.
Anyway. Alright, I think that's all we have.
That's all I got.
This episode, guys.
Alright. Subscribe
to the YouTube channel.
Hit the bell
so you get notified.
Give us money.
For our faces.
Yes.
Because Nathan used to grow a beard and
I'm working on it. I need that money for Hair Club for Men, okay?
That's Peach Fuzz.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Bye.
We'll see how many of these jokes get into the actual.
Yeah. That might be BTS, bro. All right.
Anyway.
Good morning.
Good night.